Hey everyone, I'm Danny and welcome to Wizardry Workshop. In today's video, we are going to be making a Weasley's Wizard Wheezes Exploding Enterprises Fireworks display, but we're doing a mini version. I know that's like a mouthful. I don't know what I'm gonna title this video, but it is that like robot looking fireworks display guy. He's made up of all the different Weasley's fireworks that you see it in Weasley's shop. And I've always wanted to make this. This is just such a cool project, and I'm starting small. I do eventually want to make a full-size one, but I thought a mini one just to display up on the shelf would be a good start to get me going before I make a full-size one. So go ahead and check out the description box for a list of all the supplies you're going to need to make this DIY, as well as the free downloadable templates, and let's get started. Of course, the first thing you're going to need are the templates. These are free to download. You should have all these different parts. It's a PDF, a 2-page PDF. You can print them single-sided on as thick of cardstock as you can. On top of that, I think it's important to have a picture of what it actually looks like so you can make sure that you put these in the right spot and all that stuff. So I printed mine out. You could just pull it up on your phone or tablet. If you just search for Weasley's Explosive Enterprises display or fireworks display, this will pop up, this exact image. Just check the Google search results, find this picture, and you're good. For these templates, we just want to cut out all the white space, but make sure you keep this little gray Wizardry Workshop tab on there, because that's what we'll be either taping or gluing to put all this together. For this bigger piece right here, I am going to use a ruler and X-Acto knife to cut it out because it has a lot of longer, straighter edges, and I just don't want to do it with scissors and mess something up. I will cut these two little corners with scissors though, just because they're such small cuts, it doesn't really matter. So let's just continue to cut out each and every one of these little shapes with scissors. Now you should be about here with all the little pieces cut out. The hands were the hardest part. I cut 2 of them out just kind of for demonstration because you can use them like this. I am going to do something else with the hands, but yeah, so I kept a set not cut out. So let's just push the hands aside, and now we'll go ahead and roll all of these into their shapes. And all of them are going to be kind of like cylindrical. And we'll start with the main piece. This is the body. You will want to have like a marker or something on hand to help you sort of roll these, get that started. You don't want to get creases in them, but we do want to bend this first so that it's kind of in a, rolled up state. And then you can let it undo and it will maintain some of that shape. And that's going to make it a lot easier when we stick this tab right here. This double-sided tape I love. It's super easy to use. You just need to take a strip of it and cut off a strip that's about the right length, maybe a little bit longer than what you need. And then stick that all the way up to the edge, as close as you can get to where the artwork stops. Or starts, I guess. Stick that down, and as you can see, it has kind of like a wax paper part right here that we're going to peel off when we're ready to stick. But before that, we can just trim off the excess, and then we can peel off the backing to the double-sided tape. It actually helps to put a marker behind like this, so that you have something to sort of push against on the inside as you line this up. I'm just holding it in there with my fingers like this, and then just making sure it's all lined up, and then you can sort of use that to push against on the inside. And there we go. So now the body is right here. Let's move on now to the head, because that's going to be exactly what we did here, only a little bit smaller. And it should be just a smaller tube right here with the head. Here's the body. For all of these little pieces that are this exact same shape, so we've got like the Diabolic Daredevil, we have the Whammy Rocket and Thor's Thunder. We're going to do those the exact same way again, but they are much smaller. These smaller ones are going to be more difficult to do, so I suggest maybe like folding the sticky part down a little bit more, and then you can get this part around to line up. And then once you got that, you can then again put that marker in there and push that down. So now we have this little diabolic daredevil tube. So go ahead and do all these other 5 smaller ones just like this, and then we can move on to the cones. I think I'm just going to go ahead and roll these kind of like I did before with a marker or something like that so that they'll be a bit curved. Tuck this little tab right here. You should end up with a little kind of cone like that. And this is one of the feet. So here are those 2 cones for the feet. And now we can work on this smaller one right here, which is for kind of like a hat. Here is the end result. And then if you take the kind of like face / head part, you can see that it fits right on top. Now if we bring back out this little template right here, and you can see where all these parts will sort of come together to build this little robot guy. I know it's not a robot, but you know, it kind of looks like a robot. So it's going to be something like that. As for the wiring to put them together, we're going to be using this soft aluminum modeling wire. Totally lightweight, easy to bend, easy to cut, and perfect for this project. So we need to be able to do this like wireframe for the limbs and stuff, but we need to be able to connect those to these parts. In order to accomplish that, I'm just using this foam. This is just like shipping foam from something I had delivered, but yeah, you can use any kind of foam. It's just stuff I had laying around. So I've just cut off this strip of foam right here, which is just about the right size to be able to fill these tubes up with. So I'm just going to get it close to the edge, but not quite all the way. And then I can cut this other side off right here. And that's just about the right size to go inside of that tube. I do have my hot glue gun here. Little drop of hot glue, and then the foam goes in like this. So in the end, we have this little tube right here that has some foam in there that is hot glued inside, and it doesn't go all the way to the edges. You should have a little bit of space in there because you don't want the foam to be like all the way up to the edge, because that would not look very good. For all of these pieces, like the 2 pieces here for the legs and the 3 other pieces there to finish the arms, we're going to fill with foam just like that. For all the other pieces, we're going to do something similar. So I've got this piece of foam right here that will fit into the little head part like this. I have another little kind of pyramid of foam that I've cut that will go into the hat like this. And then a little drop of hot glue inside of the hat part. And then it should glue on. I can also take something and push it through the top part of that hat just to make sure that the inside foam pushes against the top. And now it is totally together. For these little cone feet part, we just need some foam at the top. The bottom's not a big deal because it'll just be standing up on those. So just cut off a piece of foam about like this so that foam glues up right near the top of the cone like that. So all of these smaller pieces right here should now have the foam in them and be ready to go. The last part we need to do is this body. And we're going to need 2 pieces of foam for this, kind of in a bit of a stop sign type shape. One piece is going to get stuffed near the top like this, and then the other piece is going to get stuffed right there near the bottom. Now as you put this together, you'll see that there are some like white parts that are showing and stuff, and if you care about that like I do and you don't want that part to show, I'm just going to paint it orange. So that's going to look a lot better than having the white part. I'm just going to paint all the exposed parts with orange. And with all of that painted, I'm just going to let it set for about an hour or so to dry. For this next part, I was going to use my awl, which is a pokey thing for bookbinding, but I can't find it. So I'm using this little screwdriver right here, and we just want to poke a hole in the middle top right here, and that's going to be where sort of the neck goes. And then you also want to grab the head and do another little hole right in the middle there. Next, we can straighten out a little piece of this modeling wire that's going to be the neck, and then you can use wire cutters. Needle nose pliers often have a little like place near the front right there where it actually cuts wires. Or you could attempt to use your scissors, but I don't recommend that. Now we're gonna start with this little middle hole that we put in the body, and I'm gonna take just a little bit of hot glue and place some right on that same spot that I put the hole. And then I'm going to place this little piece of metal right there. And I'll let that dry just for a couple of minutes, and then we'll put the head on top. In the same way, I'm gonna put a little bit of hot glue right on that hole that I made for the neck and the head, and then place that right on here. And now we have the head on the neck, which goes into the body like that. Have a look at the template. I do suggest printing it out if you can, because then you can sort of line these up properly. So I'm just gonna put a hole here for one leg, and then I'll put another hole over here for the other leg. So then we can find the two parts that go to the legs right here and the feet. And for these leg parts, we're just gonna do a hole directly through the middle, all the way through to the other side, like that. And then they go into the middle of these cones as well, so one right there. And then you just need to measure out 2 lengths of that modeling wire that are going to be long enough and straight enough to make up the 2 legs. I'd say for these middle parts of the legs, we probably don't need hot glue on those. Push those into the middle of the leg. I'm gonna put a little dab of hot glue on that hole, and then I'm going to insert this wire leg into that hole. Now we have this leg pretty much done and ready to go, and we'll do the same thing with the other leg. The only thing we need to watch out for is to make them the exact same length, so that when it stands up, it's going to stand up straight and not like wobbly. And again, we're going to use hot glue. All right, he's coming together pretty well. Now the only thing left we have to do are the arms and the hands. So we're going to want 2 pieces of wire shaped about like those arms. And this time the holes are going to go into the sides of our guy. Make sure it's going also into the foam. So in through the side and into the foam like this. And try your best to make it exactly symmetrical on the other side. And before we do any gluing, we can put both arms in just to see, and it looks pretty good. Now let's put these pieces together. You should have Thor's Thunder here, the Flamingo guy here, the Diabolic Daredevil's there, and then the Whammy Rocket right there. Let's pop a hole through the middle of each of these. Now, while I was working on those, the foam wanted to come out of the middle of these, so you just have to be really careful and sort of hold it in there, and if it starts to come out, stuff it back in. Now, I said for his hands I was going to do something different than just paper, and I have this metallic cardstock type paper, so I just need to take and fold this silver paper in half. And then I am going to use some glue stick right here to stick the hands onto this paper. We're just going to use scissors and cut the shape of these hands out. Now I've got one of them cut out, and you'll see since I did double it up, it actually cut out 2 silver hands, which I can put together like that to make one. A little above the wrist part up, I'm going to put some, not hot glue, but glue stick, and I am going to glue them together, and that should leave the back part of the hands kind of open, like this. And that's where we can glue them on to the wire here with hot glue. At this point, you can look at your template here and cut the wire down a little bit if you need to. Put some hot glue right in there. Glue it on to the end of the arm. So in the end, your arm should look like this with a little silver hand right there on the end. We're going to put a little bit of hot glue, just a dab, right at the entrance to that hole, and then you can put the arm into that hole, just like that, into the socket. And then you should end up with this little guy right here. And if we compare him to our example, he should be just about exactly the same. I almost forgot about the very last detail. So again, we're going to use that silver paper, and you want to cut off a thin strip about like this, which you can fold in half, and we're going to glue it with the silver side out together, so it's just like a silver strip. And as it's drying, you can go ahead and put a couple of little bends in it so it looks a little bit like this. I had to trim mine down and make it a little bit smaller, but this is going to go right in the top of the hat like that, so it's kind of like I guess like the wick on top, and it looks just like that. We can put a little hot glue just to help it stay and position it how you want it. But when you're done, it should look just like that, like a little wick on top. And that is our guy. And oh my gosh, this turned out so cool. And that is it, everyone. This is our mini Weasley's firework display guy. I think it turned out really cool. I kind of love this, and I'm gonna put it up on my shelf. I hope you guys try this. Let me know what you guys think of this in the comment section below. I'm really happy with it, and I can't wait to make a full-sized one. If you made it all the way to the end of the video with me, you're a wizard. Give it a thumbs up down below if you did like this video, and subscribe if you're not subscribed for more magical Harry Potter DIYs, unboxings, and other cool content like that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.